Hey guys, so in this part of the tutorial we're going to be going over the different types of variables that you can use in JavaScript. The last tutorial we just looked at a number of variables. There's quite a few different types of variables we can use. And then following that we're going to have a look at if statements and else if statements. So let's start off by going over the different types of variables. So write a comment here, different types of variables. So one type of variable you can have in JavaScript is called a Boolean variable. Now a Boolean variable can only ever have two types of values, so either true or false. So we create a Boolean with the same keyword, just var, and then say we'll call it Sean's Boolean. This is just the Boolean name, or the variable name rather, the assignment operator, and we're going to assign this to false for now. So same as the last tutorial, we're just going to console.log, print this to the console, Sean's Boolean, see what happens here, bring up the terminal. So as you can see here, this prints out Sean's Boolean, which is false. So it just prints false to the console. So another type of variable that we've already seen would be a number. So number variables in JavaScript are a little bit different than other languages. If you've programmed in any other languages like Java, for example, you know that there's int, there's floats, there's double variables. In JavaScript, everything is a float. So what exactly does that mean for you? Well, say I want to create the variable Sean's age is equal to 22. So that's a whole number. What if I wanted to create a number that had a fractional part? So var Michael's age is equal to 22.7. In JavaScript, you store both of these different types of numbers inside the var keyword, and it handles everything for you. You don't need to worry about it. So that's one handy little part of JavaScript. So another type of variable in JavaScript is a string. So strings in JavaScript are written like so. So Sean's, or we'll say name is equal to Sean, semicolon. So we have the var keyword, the name of the variable, the assignment operator, and then inside quotations we have the string. So a string is just you can think of it as a string of characters essentially. And inside a string you can have pretty much anything. You could have numbers, for example, so you could go Sean 2. You could also have any number of uppercase or lowercase characters. Doesn't make a difference. So an interesting thing you can do with strings is you can concatenate strings together, where you can concatenate numbers and strings together. So what that really means is, say for example, I could go name is equal to Sean plus space plus 88 plus space plus whatever, semicolon. So what that is going to do, if I print out console.log name, just comment this out up here. So that prints out a new string, Sean 88 whatever. So as you can see here, the space here comes from this space, and the space double spacing here comes from this space here, and I put an extra space before the whatever. So the plus symbol here, when you're using strings, basically sticks the strings together. The official term is concatenation, but what it's really doing is just adding the strings together, and it converts the 88 here into a string. So next what we're going to do is we're going to look at if and else if statements. So Right now we've learned what variables are, but they aren't that useful in the current context. What if we wanted to say, if Sean's age is equal to 22, do this, or don't do this if it's not. So the way we would do that in JavaScript is we would say if Sean's age is equal to 22, and then do whatever code is here. So here you can see we've used the if keyword, and then open parentheses, variable name, double equal sign is 22. So what we're saying is if Sean's age is equal to 22, then we run whatever code is inside the curly braces here. So let's write some code here. We're going to say name, name is equal to Sean. We're just going to change it from uppercase s to lowercase s. Then we're going to print out console.log name, just to see that it worked. So we can see here Sean's age is 22, so that should return true. And then name we're going to set to lowercase s. Okay, that should work. So as you can see here, Sean has been printed out with a lowercase s because it's been changed inside the if statement. So let's say if it's equal to 23, that is going to return false. This statement inside the the parentheses here is going to return false. So let's see if that works. No, as you can see, it just prints out Sean 88, whatever, and does it twice because name here has been set to Sean plus 88 plus whatever. I'm going to comment that out for now because it's kind of annoying. If I do it again, you can see it just prints out Sean twice. Comment this out as well. Sorry. Just prints out Sean once. Okay, so what if we wanted to say, if Sean's age is 23, do this, but if it's not, just do this as a default. So the way you can do that in JavaScript is you would say else, and then curly braces. So else console.log Sean is not 23. Let's print out something here as well. Probably would make a little bit more sense to do that. Sean is 23. Right. Boom. Sean is not 23. And we're printing out the name still down here. Okay. Sean is not 23. So that's all pretty cool, but what if we wanted to say, if Sean is 23, do this. If Sean is 24, do this. If Sean is 22, do this. Otherwise, do the default. So the way you'd accomplish that in JavaScript is with an else if statement. So right here we can go else if Sean's age is equal to 22, do this. Else if Sean's age is equal to 23, do this. Else console.log Sean is not 23. So let's just copy and paste some of this stuff here. Oh. Cool, so 24, 22. So this is going to come into the if statement here. It's going to check if Sean is 23. It's going to check if Sean is 22. Sean is 22. Sean's age is 22. The variable is Sean's age. So it's going to print out Sean is 22. If Sean is, say if we change it to 26, that's going to return false. It's going to go to the next one. Else if Sean is 24, Sean is not 24, Sean is 26, then it's going to go down to the next one, which is just an else statement, which means it's always going to run. So else, and then this is going to print out. So Sean is not 23. So let's give that a go. Sean is not 23. Let's set it to 24. Sean is 24. Okay, so far we've only been using the equals operator, the double equals operator, the comparison operator as it's called within an if statement. But you can also do greater than, you can do less than, you can do not equal to. So what this is going to do is Sean's age greater than 23? So it is, it's 24. So that's going to return Sean is 23. Let's set it to 19. Is Sean's age greater than 23? No, it's 19, so that's going to return false. So else if, is Sean's age less than 22? Yes, it is, it's 19. So that's going to return true. Let's put it to 22.5. So it's not greater than 23. It's not less than 22. Else if Sean's age is not equal to 24. So it's not equal to 24, it's 22.5, so Sean is 24, so it's going to return. So Sean is 24. Say if Sean's age was a boolean. Let's set this equal to, let's create a new variable called, let's get rid of all of this. We actually have Sean's boolean here at the top. So Sean's boolean is equal to false. So if Sean's boolean is equal to true, lowercase true, Sean is 23. Else if Sean's boolean is equal to false, Sean is 22. Let's get rid of this. Sean has a boolean. So we can see Sean is 22 has printed to the console. That's because it goes if Sean's boolean is equal to true, it's not, it's equal to false, print this out. Else if Sean's boolean is equal to false, which it is, print this out. So you might be thinking, what is this else? When is this else ever going to run? Because you told me that a boolean can only have one or two values, and we're checking these two values here. Well, that's not entirely true. A variable in JavaScript can also be null. So I could set this to null. Null, it's not quite zero. It kind of means an empty variable. So let's see what happens if we run this now. So we can see Sean has a boolean. Check to see if it was true. Check to see if it was false. It's null, so the default else runs and prints Sean has a boolean to the screen. So in this lesson we had a look at the different types of variables, Boolean variables. We saw how to concatenate strings together. We saw that all numbers in JavaScript are floating point numbers. And we had a look at if, else if, and else statements in JavaScript. So I hope that was useful in some way, and check out the next tutorial.